Hey guys, what's up, Zyphilin here, and welcome to episode 19 of Warframe, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about our Mastery Rank 9 test, because a lot of people tend to feel this, just a few more tips for progression, and so on and so forth. So, if you guys don't already know, you can actually go to the relay, and you can try out your Mastery Rank tests before you do them, and the Mastery Rank 9 test is one of those tests that I recommend you guys going and trying out before you jump into it, because it's a stealth test, and you can't use any abilities, like you can't go invisible. So if you bought Loki or you got Loki somehow, you're not going to be able to use Loki to actually cheese the test, right? You actually have to be stealthy in this, like you actually have to play the game. It's insane, I know, but this is the loadout that I'm going into it with, and we're limited to just our melee weapon. But I want to show you guys the build that we're going to be running. So we're going to be running Pressure Point with the Reach mod, Fever Strike, and Shocking Touch. And the reason that we're running the Orphos with these mods is because Reach is going to make it so that we can kill the enemies from further away. Fever Strike and Shocking Touch just means we deal more damage versus the targets in here, and then Pressure Point obviously for more damage as well. You could throw Fury on if you wanted to, so you can, attack faster and maybe get out of sight faster, but, we'll be able to do this here without it. So, I think I'm actually going to use Excalibur, because I think... No, never mind. It doesn't really matter what frame you use. Just don't use the slow one. Excalibur or Nova is totally fine. And then, you know what? We're just going to jump into it and get this done and over with. Because really, whenever it comes to Mastery Rank, we're aiming for, I want to say, like at least Mastery Rank 13, right? But it doesn't matter how high we go after 13. 13 is kind of like the bare minimum that I would expect you guys to get to. But, we'll get through. And we'll get all the tests done and things like that there, and it'll be really easy. So, like I said, in this mission, you're limited to your melee, and all you have to do is stealth kill, but with the addition of Reach, you can actually kill these guys whenever you're not, like, directly near them, right? So you might be able to kill them through walls or things like that there. So you want to stay stealth through here, and then we're just going to go ahead and stealth kill this guy. Okay, never mind. I completely messed that up, because for some reason, it allows you to walk on top of the little box there. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hug the wall a little bit tighter, but you have 3 attempts, so don't worry too much if you do get detected, like, straight up. But if you do it fast enough, you'll be able to, like, just do something like that there. So you can play it super speedy, or you can play it super slow. It just kind of depends on, how you want to play your play style, things like that there. So let's just go ahead and do it super fast and do it how I would normally do it, right? So like so, and then jump up and do it like so, and then do the same to this here final guy over here. Easy peasy. And that should be all of them dead in that room. And then we can do it to the last guys over here. I need to stop like saying and then we can do it, because it just doesn't sound right at all, I feel. So we got to make sure that none of the enemies see the bodies as well. Otherwise, we'll get detected, even though I walked straight into that guy. The last room is probably the one that's going to throw you off the most, because it's kind of difficult, but the nice thing is, like, you don't have to restart from the start if you do get detected in the last room, so that's the plus side to it. So I might recommend doing this here last room just a little bit more patient, because the enemies do tend to split up here, like they'll meet in the middle, and then they'll all like walk down the way, so you could potentially like kill all 3 of them with possibly one swing, like so. So there you go. Like I said, you don't even have to touch them whenever you do have this range mod on, so there you go. There is a plus side of having the range mod on. You also, I think your biggest worry will be the guy at the top here. So try to kill him as soon as possible, and then you can finally jump behind and kill the guy over here to your left, and then that's the Mastery Rank test done. So you can feel it a few times, and it might take a few attempts for you to get it done, but that's whatever. And this is some weird bug right now. Holy shit. Epilepsy warning, I guess, or warning. There you go. That was weird. That was weird. I've never seen that happen before, but you know what? I'm glad I captured it in a video. So that's you up to Master Rank 9, getting one step closer to getting Master Rank 13. And once we get to Master Rank 13, we'll be able to basically just earn more XP for our syndicates and stuff like that there. And also we'll have access to really powerful prime weapons, like, let's say, the Tigris Prime, for example, which is really strong, Galatine Prime, so on and so forth. So I want to just draw your guys' attention over to the offerings over here in the Steel Meridian to progress on to get the Scattered Justice augment over here for your Heck. You're actually going to have to get a Galatine Prime Blade. Now, this may change if you're watching this really far into the future, whenever the Galatine Prime gets vaulted or put away, whenever we have like too many Prime frames being added to the game. But you get this from Meso Relics, and you farm Meso Relics on Io on Jupiter. So if we go down to my little void kiosk at the back, or the Void Relic refinement area, I like to call it. Or, you know, simplicity's sake, I guess, kind of, not really a little bit. We go to the Meso and we type in our Galatine Prime. We can see all the relics that have Galatine Prime parts. Now, luckily for us, this is a common part, and we don't actually have to craft this before we turn it in. So all you have to do is play through this mission, get your Galatine Prime blade, and then get out of there. There is also the Galatine Prime blade on this one. So any three of these relics, if you're able to get your hands on any one of the three of these, just play through them. Don't bother refining them because it will only decrease your chance of getting a Galatine Prime blade. So just play them as they are, and then just hope that you get a Galatine Prime blade, and then you can trade that there into the Steel Meridian Syndicate, and then that will allow you to, you know, basically get your Scattered Justice augment whenever you reach the cap with your Steel Meridian, so you get up to 70k. So I'll get that there done in a few days. You can also be progressing with your Red Veil too, if you so choose to. I believe the next title for that there, I need to build a Forma, and I haven't done that yet because I'm trying to see if the Forma for my frames, for my clan's dojo, so on and so forth, and I don't really need anything from the Red Veil Syndicate just now. However, I believe we may need it later on whenever it comes to getting new frames. These augments for Ash are very good. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have augments for Ember, which are very nice as well. We have augments for Loki, which are really, really good. We have augments for Necros, which are really good. And we also have augments for nothing else. And then we have these two weapons right here. So the Racta Cernos is insanely good. You get the Master Rank 12, and you'll be able to use that there. And you also have this really cool looking Captura scene too, which, I mean, I wouldn't say no to it, put it that way. But you also notice that before you can use the Vacor Heck in the Steel Meridian Syndicate, you're also going to be Master Rank 12. This is a crit shotgun, and this is very high DPS, so we're going to be getting that there later on, especially whenever we get our crit mods for our shotgun, which is, I believe it's called Ravage, or you can get Prime Ravage. But you can also get the Master Rank 6 Marlock as well as if you're in a clan, you can get the regular Marlock instead of like going straight for the Vacor. So, you know, let's just go ahead and progress on. I want to talk a little bit about weapons because I need to do some housekeeping in the video that I made yesterday, because I recommended selling a few weapons in there that I shouldn't have recommended selling. But you guys seen that I had the Gricada and I had the Cernos. The Gricada can be turned into the twin Gricada, and then the Cernos can be turned into the Mutilus Cernos. So I'm actually building that right now. So go ahead, buy the blueprint for the Twin Gricada, and then buy the blueprint for the Mutilus Cernos 2, and then those are another two weapons which you can go ahead and level up. And just so I can give you guys like a quick little look through my inventory right now, or my master rank, just to see what I've been using to progress, I'm just going to scroll down and show you guys what I have, what has changed, and things like that there. So there's the Harpack, I also leveled the Cernos, there's the Burstin, what else did I level? The Dark Dagger is max rank now. Let's see if there's anything else that I leveled today that I could recommend. The Comb, let's see, I upgraded the Horus, the regular one. Already did the Penta, I did the Rubico today, I did the Tetra, I did Tiburon, I did the Vectis, and the Zhuge, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, so that is the changes from, yesterday and today. And also, that Steam invite, it was for me. So if you checked it, I'm sorry. I could not prevent that from happening. I didn't even know that they were turned on. They should be turned off, so I apologize for that. But after all that there, I mean, we should be good to go to just jump back into the star chart, right? And with the Nova build that I was showing you guys previously, if I can just jog your memory a little bit, and we go down here, we go to our Nova, go to upgrade, we can see that this is the kind of build that I have on right now. It's back up to level 30, so we have free Forma, and we have our level 30 frame with our Orokin reactor installed, and yeah, with, you know, pretty high ranking mods, so you can go ahead and start throwing things on which you feel like you may need. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw on Flow, I'm going to throw on my Constitution in that slot, and I'm going to throw on my, let's see, do I have Fleet Expertise on? I'm going to put that there, one from the top, and I'm going to put Streamline one from the top as well. And this is going to be your full Nova build right here. So once you get all these mods, excluding Fleet and Expertise and Streamline to max rank, so Narrow Minded and Vitality, once you get those to max rank, then you should be good to go in terms of, you know, killing a lot of enemies with Nova. Let's actually go ahead and See if we can level up Narmite a little bit more, so we can level up another 2 ranks, which I'm just going to go ahead and do. That leaves me with another free fuzz and endo. And you should have like decent space in your Nova too, so you know, Nova's very powerful. 81% ability duration, 54 ability range minus. Go to abilities, you can see how long your M Prime lasts. So we have duration 11.34 seconds, and we have the effect duration 56.7. We have the 75% slow, and the range is just, you know, the radius of which the enemies blow up and stuff like that there. So that's pretty much that, and now we can actually go ahead and kill the hyena pack and get our Loki parts, because Loki's a great frame and he takes very little forma to make really good. So from this point onwards, once you kill these guys, you can move on to Pluto, which is like my dedicated farming spot for farming endo and stuff. So once you hit Pluto, I'm expecting you guys to have like all your mods maxed out, right? So, you know, we'll talk a little bit more about that there whenever we actually get to Pluto, because Pluto as a planet, there's 2 different places that you can branch into, and there's a few other things that we need to talk about as well, because moving from Pluto to Sedna is a little tiny bit difficult, because there's a boss in Sedna, which is actually a little tiny bit hard. A few game modes in Sedna which are a little tiny bit hard, and you might need a frame like Ash or something for. But just keep in mind, whenever we're going on to, well, put it like this. At this part of the game, next episode or the next episode after, we're going to be talking about trading. So once you see this animation here, hit M Prime and run out of the room and kill any enemies that may be behind you. Because what's going to happen is that M Prime, if you're modding properly, is going to catch the hyena pack in the blast. And you're going to want to kill the blue guy first, because he will sap your energy. And then kill this here guy over here. And then you should be good to go. And then that's the mission complete. Now, if you hadn't slowed those guys, it would have been game over for you. And like, I know that seems super easy, but like I said, if those guys weren't slowed, you would have been dead, because they're actually really fast. So Nova makes all the content in this game really, 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 really easy. You can use Nova to farm your neural sensors off Alad V and things like that there. So Nova's just super insane. Not to mention, like, you can also like traverse the map super quick with the third ability, Wormhole. Because of this build, you're still going to have decent range on it, so you can just zip all the way around. You have your max efficiency, so it's kind of like a balanced build, but it's also kind of not like a balanced build, because you're focusing on Nova's strengths, but basically all Nova's abilities are very strong at base. You can also deal a shit ton of damage with this here ability right here, so you shoot out the orb, you shoot it with your heck, and then you aim it into the ground, it blows up and kills everything. So Nova is a very powerful asset, especially early games, so I recommend picking her up as soon as possible, and just taking advantage of how powerful she can be and forming her to, you know, make her super OP, you know, just level up the mods and all that their good stuff. So I realized that, you know, I might be like pushing the guide really fast at the minute, and that's because I want to get to the really good bits. So obviously I still have the 7 principle video to make, like the guide video, which we'll be talking about whenever we, I want to say complete all the planets. So we'll go back, we'll talk about the 7 principles a little bit more. We'll talk about farming mods, which we may have missed. I know I made a video yesterday called Getting Mods, which you may have missed. And that was just, you know, basically where you go to get continuity if you didn't pick it up, right? But I will have a mods list created in the future. I will have a trading guide, like just in video format, not like a script or anything. But I'll have the mod list. Actually, this might all be in one document. So I'll have the mod list, and I'll have asset sheets for every single planet. Like that'll like describe what you can do on every single planet. So like if you're going from start to finish in the game, and you want it to like, you know, get everything done on every planet before you move on to the next one, this is going to be a sheet that's going to tell you what you can do on every single planet before you move on to the next one, and really make your progression into the game very, very easy. So that's going to be coming up, and I'm going to post that there in the description of every single video once I have it done, so that you guys can use it for future reference. It'll be a Google document. I will not be allowing anyone to edit it either, because I made a mod sheet last year for my beginner's guide, and a lot of people wanted to edit it for some reason, and I'm just like, that's not how public documents work. So I had to sadly decline them, guys, from you know, doing that stuff. But we should be in Pluto now, because you had everything done prior to unlocking Pluto. I do have most of the nodes on Pluto already achieved, but let's take a look at the things on the other junctions as well. So we have the southern junction over here. We have the GLYPH at Oro on Earth. That'll be easy because we have Nova. We'll also be talking about how to mod our Soma to make that fight even easier. We have defeat 10 sentient enemies on Lua, which again should be easy. We have a Excalibur with Exalted Blade and a Radio Blind. We have collect any free mods from the Auric and Principal Challenge rooms on Lua, which is, again, we're going to be talking about that there because we need to get Cunning Drift, Power Drift, and Speed Drift or Agility Drift. It's really just down to the player which one they get because the tile sets are random. We have craft a weapon requiring master rank 5 or higher, and that will be your Soma. So, moving on to the Eris Junction, we have find and defeat Lephantis in Derelict. Open 3 Neo Void Relics, and then complete 15 waves of defense at Stoffler on Lua. Stoffler on Lua is a very good farming spot for levels until you get the Sedna. Once you get the Sedna, it gets replaced by Hydron on Sedna, and it's just like a lot easier on Hydron and Sedna. So we have all that there done. Or whenever we get all that there done, we'll have access to Loki, we'll have access to Mesa, and we might also go for Ash as well, because Ash can make the arena missions on Sedna very easy too. Mesa makes the boss on Sedna very easy, and then Loki just makes spy missions really easy because, you know, you're Loki and you can go invisible and stuff, and he's very fast. So that'll also help you farm the Warframe at Ivara. So you can see how this guide is all kind of coming together now. So whenever that mod sheet gets done and whenever that asset sheet gets done, it'll all be in the one Google document, and then I'll upload it and paste it in the description of every single Warframe beginner guide video. I may have it done by the end of this month, so that's something to look forward to. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here because, you know, I want to try to segment the planet, so Pluto's going to be next. So, you know, we're going to do that next. By the way, guys, if you enjoyed it, like the video. If you didn't enjoy it, don't like the video, dislike it, do whatever you want, leave a mean comment. I don't really care. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.